I love both movies, and I love when we do live action versus animated. I think it's really fun. So welcome with Aaron D. We are back for another showdown of our Disney Movie Bracket Challenge. This week we are on the Disney side, and we have two iconic Disney movies. The Lion King from 1994. This is the animated version, against The Parent Trap from 1961. This is a live action movie. I think it's really fun when we compare and contrast animated versus live action because they do so much with animation, but does it compare to live action? Well, that's for you guys to put in the comments down below. All right, let's talk about the music. I'm sorry, but this category is just overwhelmingly going to go to The Lion King. Hans Zimmer's sweeping orchestra combined with an unforgettable song by Elton John and Tim Rice. You got songs like Circle of Life, Hakuna Matata, which was not only a fantastic song, but became a catchphrase for a generation. And Can You Feel the Love Tonight? This melts hearts. So, I'm sorry. Sorry, Parent Trap. I love you. You're one of my favorite movies. But music-wise, it's got to go to Lion King. Now, I really do think that Paul J. Smith did a charming job with the music in Parent Trap, and Let's Get Together, which was sung by Hayley Mills herself in the movie. I just love this. Every time I hear this song, I absolutely feel like a 5-year-old kid watching this movie. It's so much fun. It's just iconic, and I love that scene with one of them in the fancy dress and one of them with the guitar. Who can forget the music in this?
We could be sharing all we've got together. It could be great to say, hey, alligator, right away. We'll be having twice the fun.
But Lion King, hands down, has one of the best soundtracks of all time. So I'm sorry, Parent Trap, you just can't compete. Let's talk about the cast and the characters. From Lion King, you got voices: Matthew Broderick, James Earl Jones, the legendary, Jeremy Irons, and Nathan Lane, Ernie Sabella, and just so many to count. It was a legendary all-star cast. And these characters, and Mustafa, the father of Simba, I mean, the moments and the lessons we get, even though he's only in the movie a short while, those lessons are so memorable and so cherished. It was so hard when they passed him on in the movie. I thought I still cry when he passes away, so I can't help it. Sorry for the spoilers if you haven't seen Lion King, but if you haven't seen Lion King, come on. And The Parent Trap, while this movie is much older, from 1961, it has held the test of time. It is iconic and it's legendary, and the remake is very good too if you haven't seen it. But the 1961 version is my favorite with Hayley Mills, and she plays both sets of twins.
Brian Keith and Maureen O'Hara bring authentic warmth as the parents. The twin dynamic taps into real childhood experiences about family and belonging.
Talking more about in depth with the stories as we continue on, the story of the Lion King follows Simba as he loses father, and his uncle Scar basically chases him out. He thinks that he has his little minions off his nephew, but when you know it, Simba meets Timon and Pumbaa, who really shape his life in a way that I don't think he would have got had he not left. He learned how to be carefree and light, and he eats bugs, and he learns the lesson of friendship. And I love that he grows up and becomes the person his father always knew he would be. He goes back to his home, which looks completely different, and his uncle has ruined the African landscape we see. It is not what he left when he ran away from home, but he fights for it anyway. He fights for the other lioness in there, and he wins. Sadly, his uncle does pass away because of this fight, but his uncle made his choice. And I love Simba's journey, and I think it does an amazing job. And the Parent Trap, these twins meet at camp. They don't know that they have a sister, and they don't like each other at first, but when they're forced to share a bunker or a campsite, they not only find out that they have a lot in common, they find out they are sisters and twin sisters. And they scheme to get their parents back together. I really love that the parents do not realize their twins are switched at first. I think that's one of the funnier parts, because would your parents know if you were a twin and you switched? I know I have some twins that follow my page, so let me know down below. Do you think your parents would know if you had been separated? I don't know. A mother's instinct is pretty strong, so I don't know how realistic this was, but the father totally believed that. I do love that the parents do end up back together in the end, and I think they're such a cute couple. So, and opposites really do attract. Let's talk about the box office success. Lion King was phenomenal. 960 million worldwide. It became one of the highest grossing animated films until Frozen. It launched Broadway musicals, sequels, and live action remakes. These movies are still coming out to today. Lion King launched a franchise that seems like it's never ending, because we have live action movies still coming out, and I think they're phenomenal. If you haven't seen the Lion King live action, please go do so and let me know what you think in the comments below, because I think they're really good. I was surprised. I did not want to see the live action versions, but when I did, I was happily surprised with how phenomenal Disney did it. The Parent Trap did really great for its time, $25 million worldwide. And in 1961, that's just phenomenal. And it proved that it held the test of time when Disney decided to do a remake of this film in, I believe, 1998 with Lindsay Lohan. And this movie was phenomenal too. I really do like the remake. We compared the remake on this channel to the original, so if you haven't seen that, go check out that. We do have that movie remake comparison in our Disney Rewind section. I think both movies in this category provoked franchises that did phenomenal. Now, Lion King is huge. I mean huge. I don't know that the Parent Trap franchise is going to ever compare, but in our hearts, I do believe both these movies live on.
And now, a quick little pros and cons list for each movie, starting with The Lion King. The pros: box office champion. Highest grossing traditional animated film ever at $763 million worldwide. Cultural legacy. Selected U.S. National Film Registry in 2016 for cultural significance. Franchise power. Generated multi-billion-dollar franchise with sequels and remake. Technical innovation. Groundbreaking animation blending traditional and CGI techniques. Now for the cons. Intensity factor contains scenes that may be too scary for very young children. Formulaic structure. Some narrative elements follow predictable hero's journey. And lastly, heavy themes, complex topics of death and responsibility challenging the youngest viewers. And now onto the Parent Traps. The pros: box office success, a major hit at $25.1 million, top grossing film of 1961 when it was released. Star performance: Ally Mills' acclaimed dual role as twins. And timeless appeal, enduring family charm led to a successful 1998 remake. Lastly, for our pros, comedy gold, charming screwball elements with cross-generational appeal. And for the cons, dated feel, the 1960s setting may feel outdated to modern younger viewers. A simple plot, straightforward story relies more on charm than innovation. And lastly, limited impact, smaller cultural footprint compared to Disney's biggest classics.
Now it's that time. It's time for you to vote. Let me know in the comments down below which movie is going on to our next challenge. I cannot wait to see who you vote for, and let me know why. Thank you all for joining me. It's always a blast. And remember to like, subscribe, and share, and find a reason to smile today. Bye, everybody.